You're listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Party nerds in the house again. We got another great night here. We got a small crew tonight.
Crew that matters.
Everybody's out doing something. Everybody's out doing something out and about. Got the small crew in the house tonight. It's your boy Jervis, say Jerv here. I got my man Ralphie. What's good, boy?
Ralphie.
What's going on, aka Super Saiyan Ralphie, aka I got my Haas Diesel glasses on.
Oh, damn. Got the Haas D's.
You trying to show the light-skinned brothers some love tonight?
Yeah, you know, I want to make sure that they get their love as well, too. You know, the shout outs to the light-skinned brothers out there. You feel me?
Yeah. They can't even get a tan dark enough to rock with us, so it's all good.
Yes.
And we got my man Jorge, the evil producer.
What's up, man?
Tonight. Jorge.
Yo, a lot of action today.
Yes.
I can't wait to talk about it. You know, so
yeah. So we're gonna jump right into it. So the news dropped today. You know, we see Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, in the classic yellow and blue costume. It's crazy. We've been waiting 23 years to see this man put on a costume.
Yep.
It almost never happened. And thanks to Ryan Reynolds,
the GOAT.
I'm not sure how much of Kevin Feige's involved in this, but I'm sure, of course they sold, back to Marvel. So yeah, X-Men now, but this has got to be a Ryan Reynolds thing. So thank you, Ryan Reynolds, for getting your boy, your best bud, Hugh Jackman, together to create a movie that's building up to be absolutely wild. This might be the greatest movie Marvel has ever put out.
Mm-hmm.
This whole cinematic universe and bringing back a lot of these X-Men characters from the Fox universe and maybe even the Fantastic Four characters. And you're talking about Ben Affleck's Daredevil, Jennifer Garner's Elektra. This movie is building up to be insane. So what do you guys think about this? Ralphie, what do you think about all this craziness building here?
So I have to first off and say Ryan Reynolds is a genius. Okay? He is a pure genius, and his $1 billion company and his entrepreneurship, whatever his mind, whatever operates up here, however he's able to just sell it out, it's perfect because it's literally, it feels as if Ryan does actually care about his projects. He cares about what the fans think, how he wants to be represented, and again, I'm referencing even off of the first Deadpool. He doesn't want to be ever again animated green. He wants gold with whatever he deals with, and it was only right that you were able to get Hugh Jackman to participate with this. And shout outs to Hugh Jackman for having that trust in Ryan. And like I said, this whole build up, if it doesn't build this type of energy and excitement, I'm about to flip a table, wow. It is building to be just absolutely epic, and I'm going to tell you right now, I am first in line to go see this when it drops.
Dude, I just can't believe how they got Ben Affleck, because I thought y'all were joking when you said that.
Ben!
Basically, I think he's basically him, Jen. They're going there to get killed.
Listen, this is probably going to be based somewhat off of, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Yes. But this movie, there's so many things that can happen in this movie. It's just, again, the TVA's got to be involved in this somehow too, some way, because Deadpool is messing with the timeline here. And that's the TVA's job, is to stop people from messing with the timeline. So we might even see Loki in this.
What?
How crazy would that be to see Loki slide through, or Mobius, Miss Minutes. One of these characters can slide through too. That shakes it up too. So again, the the amount of characters they can put into this movie, this is almost like what they tried to do with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but this is the way they were supposed to do it, and Deadpool's doing it that way. What do you think about that? How Doctor Strange touched on it a little bit. I mean, it could be that these X-Men characters are trying to get payback for Scarlet Witch killing Professor X. And Deadpool hooks up with them. Like, there's so many angles, but that's another angle this route could go.
I haven't thought about that one. That
was kind of deep right there. That was kind of deep right there. Because, like, I'm hoping, and not to cut you off, Jared, I'm hoping that it is more than just a cameo. Because, like, again, we are dropping a lot of big names, but let alone is it's like, all right, let's make sure, like, there is definitely, like, an avenue. Because, like, it just, like you said, I'm just hearing left and right, all these things that are possibilities and stuff like that. And I'm just like, don't let them just kind of be in there. And then all of a sudden they're just like, stop. Like, I hope there's some type of build up with Jennifer Gardner, because we haven't seen Elektra in God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? And I'm even excited to see how she's going to perform, to be back in that Elektra uniform and just going crazy. Like, I'm excited again.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this time she could be ruthless. She was good in the Daredevil movie. Her movie we know was trash, but like, I mean, she could be like just all out killer assassin mode in this movie. Like, that's crazy. Are we going to get an appearance by our man Chris, Mr. Human Torch here? Captain America himself.
Oh shit!
Like, how crazy would that be?
Bombs are being dropped right now.
I mean, listen, this is that Fox universe too. These guys are all in the same universe, so we might see Chris Evans back in the spot.
Whoa! Look who just joined.
What the hell? Light skin dudes fall from the ceiling. What the hell's going on?
The lights on.
For real. Somebody cut these lights back on. Light break.
Light skin music.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Everyone has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Proud for you, man. Thank you for the shout out with the shades. I appreciate it.
We got our man Haas Diesel in the house. Haas, thanks for popping up in here with us.
Y'all was looking a little butt naked. Like, yo, plug me in.
We got you, bro.
We got you. So we're talking about this Deadpool and Wolverine mashup coming here, and how crazy this movie can be. We just touched on a couple things. We're talking right now about how all these Fox characters can come back in to the Marvel universe via Deadpool. Like, how crazy is that going to be, seeing Jennifer Gardner back in it as Elektra? Ben Affleck is Daredevil again. Chris Evans is Mr. the Human Torch. Like, this could be crazy.
Yo, honestly, and I was thinking about it today, that that Deadpool, the new Deadpool movie, is probably going to be the next great comic book film we're going to get. Like, it's going to be the next one. Like, it's literally the next one. Because how can you fail? Number one, the Deadpool movies are off the chain. They're unique in itself. They're in a class by themselves. They're not duplicated. You can't duplicate those movies. You can't duplicate Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. It was already going to be good. It was just a matter of what the story was. Now that you're bringing in Hugh Jackman, you're bringing in all the X-Men characters. You got there's a rumor that Ian McKellen's Magneto is going to be the Scarlet Witch's father from 838 or 838. That's going to be fire. Like, you're going to have Channing Tatum playing Gambit.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Gambit also. It's going to be so many characters, and then, like you said, the Fox characters, Jennifer Gardner. Never thought I would see her play Elektra again, but I'm all for it because I know it's going to fit in this crazy concept of a movie that they're coming up with. Ben Affleck, what have you. So yeah, I truly believe, like, we sit here, we rate movies all the time. I think this is going to be like the next one. Like, the last one was Across the Spider-Verse. I think Deadpool is going to be the next, like, 10 movie. Like, that movie's probably going to be a 10.
Now, is this because of the cameos? Is this movie really being held up by all these cameos that are supposedly going to be in this movie? Is that what's holding this movie up? Or is this movie going to be great on its own?
That makes it it enhances the movie. So with the cameos, number one, it's nostalgia. If you think about what the last like great like comic book films we just had, they all deal with like nostalgia, right? So you look at No Way Home. No Way Home brought back all these Spider-Man characters that we all loved and grew up with, blah, 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 made it part of why it was great. Then you got Across the Spider-Verse, they brought in all these hundreds of Spideys that you could think of for the different mediums, right? Part of that greatness. It's the same thing. Now we're bringing what you're doing with the Deadpool movie. You're actually bringing like closure to all those X-Men characters, right? Because the way their timelines was all shaken up, because that was a mess at times. You're actually going to get some closure with those characters because you're going to bring them in, right, for this movie. But what we're going to get moving forward is our actual MCU characters, right? So this is like a little send-off to those characters, like the Professor X and your Cyclops and Jean Grey and Storm and all that. Like we get to say goodbye to those characters to get a proper send-off, and then we get new versions of these characters moving forward to MCU. So yeah, the cameos enhance it, but if you take a look at the last two Deadpool movies, they're going to come up with some type of concept that's going to be very entertaining. So it's like half the battle. You get the cameos, and we know we're getting a great story because the TVA is involved. So they're sitting there following Deadpool when he started at the end of that movie doing the time traveling and jumping different timelines and messing things up. Like so it's all going to come together. So it's actually what it's probably going to do. It's going to set the Deadpool movie is probably going to set the MCU up for like the rest of this phase that's coming up. Like it's literally going to put things in motion. So I think it's a very important film.
We got a comment. Yo, what about Leaf Streamer Sabretooth? You think he will show up also?
That would be interesting, but I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't know.
I don't think. Because like as much as I would sit there and believe like Lee Strait would, again, he was great, but I don't personally think he made so much of more of an impact that we were like, we need like a Sabretooth type of thing. Like if they do bring him back, like I said, that'd be a surprise, and I'm not gonna not be mad about it. But as well as too, will that kind of be like, oh, this was like something that I needed in this movie? Probably not.
Yeah.
What about the 2009?
Word on the street is he's not going to be in it.
What about 2009 Ryan Reynolds Deadpool? The one with all the...
I mean, look, he killed off a version of that at the end of the
right.
So, I mean, unless they have another version of that, like there's so many different timelines, they could do that. Like it doesn't matter at this point. Whatever you think is possible, and what you think is not possible is possible with all these timelines and all the multiverse jumping and all that. Like whatever you could think of can happen. Like so it's possible, but I doubt it because they already killed one off.
I talked to Jerv earlier about this. Do you think they'll fuck with Blade universe?
Ooh,
they're gonna stay away from Blade. They're staying away from Blade.
Hold up, Jerv. What if they brought back Wesley though?
No.
What if they think about
it? Wesley ain't trying to get down like that.
I don't know.
We're looking for a paycheck.
Wesley needs something bigger than that.
That's a big paycheck.
Wesley don't play like that. Wesley don't pay like that. Wesley don't play like that.
Anything that this is a huge film. Like this is a Avengers level type film.
Yeah, It's a huge film with a lot of people in. That means his part is going to be this big. Wesley ain't getting down like that.
Oh no, man!
But that check might sound differently.
That check ain't that big. When you got that much screen time, your check ain't big. That check is small. That check is small. Trust me.
He needs to get on. They need to bring him back for something because he is.
He
started the Marvel universe.
X-Men.
The Blade movie. There you go.
But Blade is the reason why the way we have superhero movies. It started with him. He was the experiment.
Right.
Like
So you think he would have come back for some okey doke role like Lou Ferrigno, sitting in a chair getting a pizza delivered to him? Thanks, bro. Hey, Wesley ain't doing that, man. Come on, man.
Sure.
Yes, thank you, Greek.
So we can get the younger Blade, the Blade from the
geek.
first Blade films that we've seen. With CGI, you make him younger, and he can pop up. I'm just saying, it's possible. It's different.
Wesley ain't doing nothing unless that's is big. It's got to be big.
Oh man, with Ryan Reynolds, and then his what's Ryan Reynolds' character in Blade? Baracus or something?
Oh,
you forget. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you forgot about that, Hans? Yeah, he was in that one.
Yeah,
with the dual sword as well.
Yeah.
He was what was his name? Hold on, let me pull it
Triple H. Triple H was in that joint too.
Oh my God, Triple H!
Oh,
he was a vampire.
All about that.
Yeah, he sure was, man. Shoot, listen, whatever's possible is possible. But
yeah.
Was it Hannibal? What was his name?
It was Hannibal something, right?
It was Hannibal. Ryan Reynolds.
Feel free to comment. Whoever knows the name of that.
Yeah,
one.
put it before I find it. Somebody put it in the comments. I think
it's something like that. Something like that. But yeah, this movie is shaping up to be definitely a great one. You know, I don't know if it's going to be Avengers Endgame level, but the way it's shaping up, I mean, I think the fans are super excited. Like I said, after 23 years to finally see Wolverine in this yellow suit, that's a long wait to get something we should have gotten a long time ago.
Why didn't we get that costume in the first X-Men movie in 2000?
Oh, with the yellow one?
Yeah.
Or
the orange one.
So when they made the movies, like Bryan Singer, like he took he took some comic books. He really didn't want it. He didn't want no comic books on set because he literally just watched the animated series, right? So he watched the animated series. That's why we got the characters that we did in the first X-Men film. But he didn't think the colorful uniforms would look good on screen. He thought it would look cheesy. So that's why they went with the black. But if you look at Wolverine's costume in the first X-Men movie, in the first and second one, it has remnants of his actual comic book costume. Because like on the side of his costume, it has like, I don't even know what to describe it, but it has like those three parts on the side of his costume. Yeah. That's on his costume, like it is. So it's in yellow. So the outline is in yellow, but he wanted everybody in black uniforms because he didn't think that anybody would take it serious that they would have all these colorful uniforms. So that's why they were all in black. But Wolverine's like his design of his uniform is as close to comic book as possible with it being all black. So it was weird, but I don't know. That's what it was.
I mean, we still rocked with it back then. I mean, that's all we had.
That's all we had.
Yeah, I always thought that yellow suit had tactical advantage. Maybe his mask had like radar or something on those fucking.
yeah. Let's put some Stark tech in there, man.
Yeah, probably right.
Yo, for real. But yeah, that's the reason why. Like Bryan Singer, that was all a Bryan Singer thing. Like that's what he wanted. So that's how that started. But the yellow suit looks great in the set photos, and they got a few more set photos since throughout the day. Like there's a few more than just the one that everybody got to see. So there's more online. It looks good. Like it really does look good. Like it's I'm glad that we live in an age where we can get some comic book accurate uniforms now. Where like you said, like we were just talking about, like those first movies, like yeah, it was the X-Men, but damn, I wish they had like the regular costumes.
We were just so happy to see X-Men live action on screen.
Right.
Yeah,
you know.
So it is
because you that was the first time you got to actually see like Mystique as well too.
Yeah,
and all that types of stuff. So it was like, and then Storm. Obviously, you had Storm, Halle Berry Storm.
Yeah,
and it was just like you said. It was during a time period where it was like you got a comic book movie, although it wasn't there. You were just happy to see the just lightning come out and just all that type of stuff. It was just like, yeah, you gotta appreciate it.
And it was
and
it was a good film.
And a 6'2" Wolverine.
Like it was
that part. But now it's like now we finally like as you stated, is like now we want to appreciate is comic book accurate as possible. So like you said, like seeing the costume just generated an amazing amount of buzz. And I personally, like I said, I think you have to thank Ryan Reynolds, because the whole concept of, again, the whole Deadpool thing is, really him steering that ship. Kevin Feige's over here in the corner like
sweating bullets.
You sure? He's just over here like, you gonna mess with me? And Ryan has such a, like, again, I'll say it, he has God's gift right now of just being able to sell it to you, and you just be like, you know what? Get it, Ryan. Go ahead and get it. And like, it's just it's a beautiful hype around it now, because like I said, that man is good right there. He is good.
Yo, listen.
Are you upset that Cable won't be in this movie?
I am.
No Josh Brolin coming back?
Why?
Because matter of fact, him and Domino's not in the film, which they were awesome in the last film, like both of them. So I'm a little disappointed they won't be in it. But wait, I'm not going to rule out that they're not in it. They might be saying that, and they just might pop up. So I'm not going to rule out that they're not in it. This is what we're hearing. But like I said, anything could happen. They could definitely pop up. But they were really good in the last film.
Oh, no. Cable, I wish Cable was done CGI like Colossus, because Cable is not comic accurate, in that film.
Yeah, I think,
right?
You can't, but they could have, if anything, they could have made him look. It didn't have to be.
You could have given him platforms on his shoes, something, or add a little, bodysuit, put some muscle.
But I like Josh Brolin as him though. Like I'm cool with it. Like Cable is more like Cable's popular, but he's not that popular. Like he's popular. If you're an X-Men fan, he's popular. If you're a comic book fan, he's cool, but not. You have not a lot of people know who Cable is,
unless you played X-Men versus Capcom or something.
Exactly.
Like
Oh hell yeah!
You gotta.
What? How are you saying that? He was in the X-Men cartoon. Like, what are you talking about? Cable's been around everywhere.
X-Men fans watch X-Men fans watch the cartoon. X-Men fans watch the movies. X-Men fans play the game. X-Men fans. The general public, they don't know Cable like that. Because if you were just a general fan watching the cartoon, he only popped up in like 5 to 8 episodes. Like 5 to 8 out of the 100 or whatever episodes they had. He only popped up in like 5 to 8 episodes, right? So
Phoenix Saga, right?
Didn't see enough of him. Like you seen Cable and Bishop within like a combined maybe 16 episodes out of that whole series, right? So like it was the same thing with when Days of Future Past came out. Like, yeah, there was X-Men fans that knew who Bishop was. Nobody else know who Bishop is. Like we all recognize him because we know the history, we know everything.
Do you think he'll be in
black, bro? That's why you recognize him. No.
You think Bishop will be in it?
That Negro will not be in this movie.
The Dread Girl?
Stop. He's not gonna
stop that. Stop that.
I would say as a no.
Bishop ain't in it. Bishop. But I don't know.
He ain't gonna make the cut.
Nah, he ain't making the cut. What, they gonna get that French actor to play him again? Like, nah, forget that. He didn't know English. They gave him one line. they gave him one line in Days of Future Past, like 1 or 2 lines, and that's it. I think a line and a word. That's what they gave him, a line and a word.
True.
They met the quota with Halle Berry.
Damn. Oh
man.
Oh man, this is what
look. Listen. What was my man's name?
Bishop.
Yeah, what was the brother? Nah, not Bishop. The other black dude that was in the other X-Men.
Oh wait, class in First Class.
Yeah, First Class. They killed my man. Like, damn, brother just disappeared. That was Darwin. Yeah.
And they
he got the craziest powers. His powers like he can't die. And they killed this dude. His powers, he almost cannot die, and he got killed. Like, come on.
He wasn't supposed to die.
You know what I mean?
Because
Those were
you guys
racist times. That was back in the 60s and 70s. Those were racist times. They was like, this nigga gotta go.
He's supposed to adapt to everything. Come on,
For real.
I was like, y'all
You know what I
forgetting
mean?
this
But they
is
found a way
Hollywood,
to they found a way to kill that nigga right there. They found a way to kill him.
Hollywood.
and he was the first to die too. He was the first.
No,
Jesus. Like I said, it's
they
Hollywood.
didn't. They had Zoe Kravitz. They was over the quota. We got 2 niggas in here. One of y'all gotta go.
Jesus Christmas.
Right. Jervis right. Jervis right.
No. Listen, y'all gotta watch the
Look,
movies.
look. I'm thinking back there, right, about that quota. So who let's see if what you call it. So Darwin, full black, Zoe mixed up. They kept the mixed one. They got the real one. So it would be the same thing if Bishop was there. They would keep because Holly Berry's a little mixed, right? So they would keep Holly Berry and get rid of the French motherfucker. That's what they would do. All right, Jervis on to something, man. I'm telling you,
y'all gotta watch the movies. You just can't watch it. You got to watch those movies. You'll see. You'll see it all, man. You'll see it all. See it all. But yeah, this movie, I think this movie's going to be huge. I do. I think this movie's going to be huge. This movie will be now. Hopefully, we gotta hopefully fingers crossed that this actor strike doesn't happen because that's going to shut production down for real. Like you said, right now with the writer's strike, you can't ad lib on set, and all that kind of stuff. You can't have rewrites and all that stuff. So they're going off the script. But now if this actor strike happens, which it looks like it probably will. Production shuts down. This movie might get pushed back to 2025.
And
wait, bring us, Jerv. Shed some light on this actor strike. Yeah. Why?
Well, listen, like everything else, more pay, better wages.
Pay. Brad Pitt needs more money.
Yeah, they all do. Listen, man, cost of living goes up for everybody. Everybody got to get in this mix. Yeah. But yeah, just like the writers, the actors support the writers, though. They're all in the union, so they all support each other. And it looks like it's headed towards that route, So this could be huge. I mean, look how much stuff got pushed back already from the writer's strike.
Yeah,
the actors stopped working. There's no movies being made. Hollywood starts losing a lot of money.
Yeah, they better get
Drug Midas brought up a good question. Did it have something to do with AI?
Jorge, would you like to answer that?
Oh yes. Mm-hmm. After you guys saw the intro for Secret Wars, right? All done by AI.
No, I didn't.
That'd be horrible, man.
Yeah, that would be.
I know. I want to see that.
But the thing is
that'd be horrible.
I can't sit there and think like, okay, a whole, like let's say for instance, South Park. Use that as an example. Use ChatGPT to basically write their whole episode and stuff like that. You're still technically going to need writers to make sure that it makes sense or like the joke proofreaders because you can't rely on the AI, let alone you still technically need the programmers to make the AI work in a functional way. So at the end of the day, the human aspect is going to still be prevalent. And I think if that's a sort of cause in Hollywood right now that's causing the writers to kind of like strike, and them trying to navigate towards AI, I think that's such of a horrible move because now you're literally taking away the humanistic aspect out of it, and it'll just be dry. Like I think you go ahead.
They could still work, but we're just gonna pay the writers 50% less because all they got to do is proofread and make some touches, right?
Yeah, but AI doesn't have humor. AI can't hit that punchline.
What do you mean? It's got a database of every movie written in the entire existence of time.
Right? Here's the deal: you could tell a joke, but it's different from telling a joke and delivering the punchline.
Oh, I see you. I see you, Jerv.
You know what I mean?
Then we can use an example. We can use Tom Cruise, de-age him, put him in a movie, and and off we go.
You're not gonna get the Tom Cruise effect. There's a Tom Cruise effect.
He does all the stunts.
Exactly.
You're not. This man's jumping out of airplanes and all kinds of stuff. You ain't gonna jumping off cliffs. Right.
And that is
we're
not
headed to that time.
CGI.
We're headed towards the AI writing everything, producing, and I don't know, maybe producing shit. But
Well, look, if that's the case, then just make it all animated. You know, we don't need to see nothing real. Make it all animated.
Last time we saw something on CGI, it flopped in the box office. I'm not talking about the Flash.
But you're talking about the Flash.
Yikes! Yikes!
Speaking of the Flash, you know that movie lost $200 million. It's going to lose $200 million.
Jerv. What was the budget? The budget was $200 million, right?
Or more. You know,
Right.
advertised. They advertised the hell out of that movie.
And that's before the advertising and marketing, right?
Yeah. So they had to put at least another 100, 150 in the advertising.
And how much did they make in the box office? Worldwide? We got the number on that? I'm about to pull it up.
Nah, I don't got the numbers, but that.
Look, man, that's crazy to me that if they're not even breaking even.
That may be the death of the DCU right there.
But you guys look at the big picture, guys. Streaming revenue. That's next. So is it going to stream like that? I don't think so.
Well, it's going to be directly on HBO Max. So once it goes on there, for those that haven't seen it, will probably then just be able to stream it, and then you're gonna have the people who can pirate it.
Listen, Aquaman made $1 billion. How many of you guys watch Aquaman when it comes on the TV?
Some scenes.
Nah, I'm changing that channel. A Marvel movie comes on, you're like, I'm gonna put this on and go do some work when it has
exactly.
But Aquaman, you ain't put that in the background. You're like, I'm changing the channel.
I got numbers for y'all for the Flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this is off of boxmojo.com. Worldwide, both domestic and international, right? $262 million.
That's the total?
$262 billion. Now, the budget, like we said, was 200 million. And then there's marketing and advertising costs that we didn't even get into. It is definitely a right now. 100%.
That's an L.
Big time flop.
The biggest superhero movie flop.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously, because that film, the way y'all remember, the way they kept coming out of the CinemaCons and all these pre-screenings, this is the greatest superhero. Oh, people came out crying and this, that, and the fifth. Oh my God, what a movie. Hyped everybody up, and everybody got a chance to see it, and they were disappointed, and they did not support the film. They got to talking to their people like, yo, this ain't the shit that we thought it was going to be. Other people took people's word for it, ain't go see it. I'm telling you, people are tired of DC shit.
So Frog is asking, what made the Flash unliked by so many? He thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool, but I was
this shit was trash truck juice, man. Stop that. Come on, Haas. You can't, Haas, stop saying that shit. Haas, we went to the movies together to watch that. I'm tired of you coming out these theaters telling me these movies are fucking good and they not. Come on, man. Stop that, Haas.
Praising it.
I broke that shit down after the movie. After the movie, I broke it down for y'all how bad that movie was. And y'all still saying that shit.
I'm just disappointed.
Damn, light-skinned people.
I'm just disappointed, man. I expected more. That's all. Like it's still good. It's just not what I thought it was. And other people just don't.
The Flash is on TV. You gonna put it on and change the channel?
If it's a Batman, I'll leave it on.
Does it have fast forward features?
If it's a Batman scene on, I'll leave it on.
Yep, I agree.
If it's Ezra Miller talking to Ezra Miller, I'm not. Nope, I'm turning.
Okay, so you want to watch the first 5 minutes of the movie and turn that shit the fuck off?
No. I watched the first 5 minutes.
I do it.
And then I go.
You go wait.
Come for the next 30 minutes, right? And then
they go get a haircut, come back, and then right in time for the
right. He gonna time it just right.
Yeah. Then I'm right back in. We had the mansion, the Wayne estate.
Yep.
Man.
So the question to the group right here. So granted, not because we got a little off topic, obviously talking about the Flash's disappointment again, but where do you guys see box office wise with Deadpool? Where do you see that number basically? What's your
1.5 billion?
Jeez.
Damn.
No, I'm being dead ass, yo. I'm trying to tell you.
You're comparing that to the Spider-Verse, like you said earlier, right?
Oh, 1.5 billion when it's all said and done, worldwide. This movie. First of all, like I said, the nostalgia effect, right? This is what pushed No Way Home to almost $2 billion. Like they got the 1.9. Like the nostalgia aspect cannot be underrated when it comes to this film because people are going to be in the field seeing these characters, right? That's number one. Number two, we're going to get a fantastic story because number one, they did not rush this film. Deadpool and the Fox characters have been at Marvel for a couple years now. They have not rushed the release of these characters or anything like that. They've been working on this film. I think Kevin Feige understands how important this film is. The story is going to be fantastic. I love that the TVA is involved. So we're going to get Owen Wilson. That'd be dope if Loki's in it. Like, it's going to be dope. It's going to make money. It's going to make at least 1.5 billion. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to make 1.5 billion worldwide.
What about Negasonic's Teenage Warhead? Do you think she'll be?
She's in.
She's definitely in.
No,
she's definitely in. She got to be.
Her and Yukio.
Oh, Yuki.
Her and Yukio. They're in. They're in there.
This movie is going to be loosely
because they're the ones
connected.
That gave Deadpool the time travel ban. Like they fixed it and gave it to him.
Cable did, right?
No, Cable like
it was busted.
Yeah, it was busted. So they fixed it and then gave it to Deadpool. At the end of the movie, during like the after credit scenes and stuff.
Damn.
So I'm trying to tell you, 1.5. I'm telling you.
Haas always shooting for the stars.
So for the movie,
you like skin, shoot for the stars, man.
And though, like, there's no confusion. Like everybody knows the characters. Everybody's been waiting for the next Deadpool film. Everybody really wanted to see Deadpool and Hugh, like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman together, not on X-Men Origins, right? not that together. No. We wanted to see a fresh, them establish an actual Deadpool. We didn't get an actual Deadpool in Origins. We got someone that had their mouth sewed in.
Haas, look up the numbers for Deadpool. How much did Deadpool make worldwide?
Which one?
I'll pull it up. Both. I'll pull them up. Because I'm
curious to what that make. Because
I want to say
getting to $1 billion.
Maybe it was 700 million. But I'm gonna get the official numbers though. All right.
Yeah, but while he's looking that up, Jerv, where do you see it?
$1 billion? I don't know if it's going to hit $1 billion. You know, movies, they're not doing that anymore. Those days are over. Where look at Aquaman made $1 billion, man. Like think about that, and that movie was not great like that. Like the other ones in Marvel that hit $1 billion.
Right.
You know what I mean? And look, Ms. Marvel hit $1 billion too. I mean, Captain Marvel hit $1 billion too. And people, you know, are iffy about that film. It seems like, but
I got
so those days I think of hitting $1 billion are past us. Not that film still won't do it, but to hit $1 billion, that you talking, I mean, that's a phenomenal film in this day and age.
Yeah.
What's the numbers, Haas?
The first Deadpool film is 783 million.
Yeah, shy of $1 billion. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get you Deadpool 2.
Yeah, but right now, I think in this day and age, there's too many options for people to, you know, not go opening weekend. You know,
Deadpool 2, 786 million. So
just a little bit more.
Yeah. So now you add the X-Men characters, especially Wolverine. You add them. You add the TVA. You add all these other characters, like even though people were like, "Yo, that first Daredevil, that Elektra, what the fuck was that?" They still want to see these motherfuckers come back.
Man, they had X-Force and Deadpool 2 and it didn't do $1 billion. Stop it, bro.
Yep.
Stop it.
They was. Oh wait.
Damn, Brad Pitt in that movie. Stop it.
They were never going to do $1 billion because number one, it was rated R. I'm saying if you bring in these other characters, it doesn't even matter that it's rated R. They're going to reach $1 billion. They're definitely reaching a billion. Deadpool was reaching. Deadpool was
the
reaching almost
optimism.
800 mil himself. Now you're adding Hugh Jackman.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Now you're adding Hugh Jackman.
You're right.
Ellen and Patrick and Patrick Stewart and Halle Berry and all these other motherfuckers. Trying to tell you, it's a billion, at least a billion. I'm thinking 1.5.
Damn.
All right. How's it putting on the books? 1.5. I like
he,
it.
Look. Put me on the. Just remember,
Ralphie said 50 mil.
No Way Home.
writing it down.
Remember,
Writing it down.
Made 1.9, close to a billion. All right. This might do 1.5.
All right. Yo, your boy Ed. I know you're gonna watch this. Put that in the books. Ed, as our bookkeeper, as our bookie. He keep all the numbers.
Yeah.
All the numbers on the bets, and keep all that. They got all that down.
Ed has the numbers on lock.
Perfect.
Yeah, he do. As our numbers guy.
But
Ed's definitely the numbers guy.
Yeah, but I think and what's the first? I think Days of Future Past made the most money out of the X-Men films. I'm about to pull that up too. Days of Future Past. Yeah, I think they made so. Yeah, I think this combination of Deadpool and the X-Men and all that, it's gonna make.
Jorge, you also got to get put in the books, buddy. What was your number, by the way?
Well, Haas brought up a very important key element for this box office, Hugh Jackman. And this guy has 40 million followers on Instagram, and he's constantly posting about his workouts and all that. Yeah, I think it's hit over 1 billion.
What movie has Hugh Jackman been in that made $1 billion?
I was about to say Les Miserables, but don't mind. I'm just shooting stuff out in the open. I'm just shooting stuff out in the open.
That was not Broadway.
So, listen.
It's my culture. I'm cultured.
You are. We like that. We like that, Ralphie. We like that. Yeah. I mean, listen. I hope it hits $1 billion. That's great for the community. The superhero community and all that kind of stuff. I hope it hits $1 billion. It's great for Marvel to get back to that $1 billion range. I'm not sure it's going to hit $1 billion though. It's going to get close.
I got one more factor to put in.
I think it's going to hit it.
Billion. Number one, X-Men Days of Future Past made $746 million, right?
Yep.
So now let's put this in perspective. That's when it was just Fox doing these movies, right? Same thing, Deadpool movies too. This is when it was just Fox. Now you're adding the MCU stamp of approval on these movies. So the MCU has generated its own fan base, right? So number one, those non-X-Men fans are going to go see this film, right? They're going to go see it because it's Marvel Studios. They're going to see the logo. They're going to see the previews. They're going to see the commercials. They're going to come see it. I'm telling you, it's hitting $1 billion at least. At least. At least. I think Doctor Strange made what, 800 or 900 million? Made 900 million.
That's not $1 billion. That's not $1 billion. They put the Illuminati in that. That's not $1 billion. They had Professor X in it. That's not $1 billion. They had Black Bolt in it. They had Reed Richards.
You know why?
Richards. And they got the Reed Richards we all wanted.
They didn't have Tom Cruise.
They should. Yeah. They had
always had Tom Cruise in here somewhere.
But I'm trying to tell you, they didn't have the amount of characters that we're going to see. And plus, we are talking about characters that people already love. We already love these characters. That Reed Richards that we seen, yeah, that's what the fans always wanted to see. They don't love him though because they never seen him play. They never seen him play.
Ralphie, this boy tripping. Ralphie, he's tripping. Ralphie, look, Ralphie, yo, Jorge, cut this light-skinned dude's mic off. Cut his mic off.
I'm misunderstanding me. I'm not saying we don't love the character. I'm saying they didn't develop the love for that actor playing the character.
Are you kidding, John Krasinski? What?
Dog, we always wanted him to play the character, right? I wanted him. Everybody wanted him. We never got to see him play the character up until the Doctor Strange movie. So there's no memories or anything. It's just we finally got to see him.
Listen, Professor X got his neck snapped. Come on, man, that's $1 billion movie right there.
First
right
of all,
there.
That was. I'm just saying. I'm telling you, it's a different effect with all these past characters. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. Just Hugh Jackman. Matter of fact, we didn't even take all the other characters out of the equation. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds will get you $1 billion together.
Yep.
I'm gonna say at least high nines. I'm gonna say high nines.
Thank
Oh,
you,
now
Ralphie.
high nines
Thank you
now.
for the sense.
They'll get
Thank
you
you
$1
for the
billion
sense, Ralphie.
because we've been waiting.
Listen, we saw them two together before in the movie, and it didn't do $1 billion. And they had Sabretooth.
Stop.
Man, come on, man.
That movie
Come on,
sucked.
man.
That movie
Come on,
sucked.
man.
And we didn't get enough of Ryan Reynolds. The best
Hold on,
Ryan Reynolds were for 5 minutes, and then they took his mouth away.
I can attest to, and this is probably more ammo for you, Haz. They got Channing Tatum, and especially the whole Channing Tatum being Gambit that we all was basically expecting. That may be the tipping point on why.
That is not. That is what the hell.
Fantastic.
First of all, that is not a tipping point, Ralphie.
That might be the
Nobody
tipping
give a
point.
fuck about Channing Tatum playing freaking Gambit anymore. Them days is long gone. Them days long gone. Nobody care about him playing Gambit. Nobody want to see a Gambit movie with Channing Tatum. Go on, man, stop that.
My boy Jake is
Stop
on the
that.
money. Nostalgia is money. Nostalgia is money. Jake.
And watch, and to top it off, they're gonna bring back Will.i.am as John Wraith.
Yo, stop
And
it.
I'm
Hey.
done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
You just-
And on that, we will end this podcast right there. Jorge done shut that shit down and fucked it up for everybody. Yo,
put it on myself.
Great
I'll put it on
topic
myself.
tonight,
Yeah.
fellas. Great topic tonight.
Thank you.
Why did they
So-
get Will I play that part, bro? Like I'm still messed up by that to this day. I could not ever take his character seriously.
Because they had to get a brother in there, man. They had to put one in. There you go. That's the
Yeah.
quota.
So they killed him.
Man. That's the quota. That's how it goes.
Just
All right, party nerds. Great seeing y'all. We'll see what this movie does. We're gonna watch these numbers when this movie's come out. We're gonna get back with high, see if it makes that Billy plus
0.5.
1.5 Billy plus. We'll see what it does
Wow.
right there. All that good stuff.
Ralph,
We got some premieres coming up that we checking out in the next couple weeks. We'll be talking about those also. So stay
You got a
tuned.
Barbie.
Premieres coming up. Yes, it is. Shout out to Allied Marketing. They be taking care of us. Thank you, Allied. And party nerds, we out.
Deuce.
Party nerds, party nerds, party nerds, party nerds.